Hello and welcome to Digital Marketing. I wanted to go through this workshop activity with you, which is about the email performance analysis. So you should have this Excel file, which is available on Marlowe. When you download it, it should look exactly the same as what I've got here. So the first thing I want you to do is save it. So click File and then save it in a location on your computer so that you can save it as you go and you can upload this if need to be. Right, so and you don't lose all your work, of course. So the first question that we wanted to be answering is which recipients should be removed from the email list. We've got the question here where you can help us work this out. Now, to answer this question, we sort of need to know what's going on with all this data, this database that we've got in there. So there's two tabs in here. The first one's an email overview and the other one is a deliverability insights. So this company has sent 16 emails at different times of the day with different offers and different subjects in different sections of the email. All right, so email one that went out to all 250, was it 250? 250 people on the email list. So that was email number one, and that was sent at the time of day is 4. Here we've got that evening, so it was sent at the evening, and the offer that they had in that email was number 5, which you look in the key here. Number 5 means new, so it's new products. And then in section 1 of the email, they had women's high heels. So this one here was about women's high heels. Section 2 was about women's athletic shoes. And in section 3 of the email, which was 6, which is about women's boots. All right, so that was emails that were sent. Now, of those emails, so from email 1, 89 were delivered to male people on the recipient list, 148 to females, with a total of 250 email recipients, right? Now, those 250 had 13 bounces, 200 were unopened, 37 of those 250 were opened. We don't have an open rate yet, and we don't have a click rate. Oh, and 6 people clicked on it, but we can work those out. We'll do that in a sec. So the first thing we want to do is go, well, if we want to remove people from the email list, and we need to do this. Remember, we talked about in the lecture about how important it is to keep our email lists clean. So we go, well, how many hard bounces here? And we can see a response key. A hard bounce is code 1. So we go to our deliverability insights, and here we have all the people that received the list. So we don't have names, but we have recipient person number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on, all the way down to 250. So, and it tells us of how they responded to each one of those. So each person responded to each of the emails. So recipient number 1, their gender is 0. So if you go back to the overview, gender 0 is female. So we know that they're female. We've coded that in. They've opened 3 of the 16 emails. So if we go across here, email 5 was opened, email 11 was opened, and email 15 was opened. So we know that this person's opened 3. Now that the person below opened 1. Now I'm just showing you what these are, so I'm not going to colour these in at the moment. We're going to be using colours for something else. Now of those ones that were opened, we had one of those which were clicked. And if we go down to email overview, we got here click section 1 is 4, 5 or 6. So here, remember we had 4, 5 or 6. So this one here, they opened and clicked on section. So the response code is 4, and we have a look at the response code of 4, which means they clicked on section 1. And that aligns with what we see here, 1 click. All right, so now we know these are the emails that were sent across the top here, 16 emails. These are the recipients who sent them, and these are the codes telling us whether they, what the response was to those emails. So we want to work out how many hard bounces there are. Hard bounces code 1. So we really want to find out in here how many code 1s are there. So recipient number 6 in the database, for email 1, they got a hard bounce. I'm going to mark that as bad, all right? And you can see all the way along, actually, they had bad. So this person should really be removed from our list. So we can go to our email overview here and go, who should be removed from the list? Let's put number 6 down. Recipient 6 should be removed from our list because we're getting hard bounces from that people. Now we can go down to the next one, so that was number 1. Where's the next one? Here. And we have the same thing. So that's bad. So I'm going to mark number 6 as bad as well. And then number 27 is bad. We want to remove that person from the list because getting hard bounces is bad. It makes us, I haven't saved it yet because I've done this a few times practicing for this. So now we're going to go back to deliverability insights. So we can go through there and do all that manually. I'm going to show you a faster way of doing it. I'm going to click on email 1. I want to go to the data tab up here. Click on data. And then here we've got this thing called filter. If I click on that, it's going to come up with all these arrows. Now if I click on this arrow here for email 1, rather than selecting all the responses, I just want to select the responses that have 1. You can see the 2 that I already got in there. So basically all these are bad. Go back to home, mark them as bad, and then all these people are going to be removed from the list because, oops, not that, because we want to remove them from the list because we're sending the emails out but they're getting hard bounces anyway. Now I'm going to copy all these ones. So I've copied all those people and they're going to go put into my email overview. Now I can't just paste it directly, so you can just type them all out, but I don't like typing, so I'm going to open up my text document here, Notepad, and I'm just going to post it in there, which washes them off. Now what you can do is type all of those in manually, or I can paste it like that and then do a, copy it, and then when I paste it I'll do a transpose. Where are we? This one here. Bang. And that's going to tell me all these people are the ones that are getting removed from the list. So we've got 16, 27, up to 230. Alright, now you could do that in one go. So it could be 6, 27, separated by comma, CSVs, 69, however you want to do it, as long as you record the data in there. Now we also want to delete from our email list, so where there's multiple soft bounces in the row. Now soft bounce is coded as number 2, right? So we go back to here, and we could do the same thing. I've still got my email list filtered, so I'm going to click here, and then go select all, or you can go clear filter, and I get all my people back. So here, instead of showing 1, I just want to show the number 2s. Now there's no soft bounces on the first email because there's no data. If I search this whole list, there's not going to be any 2s in this whole column, all right? Because there was no soft bounces. Remember, the code for soft bounce is 2, so that one had no 2s. Right, I'm going to go to the top again. What about email number 2? Are there any 2s in there? Can't see any, so let's just check the list. No, there's no 2s. Email number 3, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure that had a 2. No, not that one either. Email number 4. Here we go, we've got a 2. So instead of selecting all of them, I just want to see the 2s. Now this one here had all the 2s in a row, so we're going to mark that as bad. Now in here, so recipient 244 is going to get removed from the list. I'm just going to mark them as neutral so it's easier to filter out later on. And we can go through and basically find our whole, might just go back. I just did Control Z. I'll mark these as neutral so it stands out more. Select all. Now where did our number 2, where did our multiple soft bounces in a row go? So I'm just scrolling down here, so here we are, right there. So that's one person, and that started on email 4. We can go through the whole list and find how that goes. So we can check for 2s in here, yep. So this one had 2, and then there's multiple soft bounces in a row. If you know a faster way of doing this, by all means do it. I'm trying to balance between efficiency and simplicity here. The way I do this, so what are we up to? Actually, I'm just going to go, so I'm holding down the shift and control key. I'm going to arrow across and then arrow down, which selects my data set. I do control F to find, hit number 2, and it's going to start finding them for me automatically. It's just a faster way of doing it, right? You can do it either way. If you can't do it that way, it's fine. So number 14 is going to get deleted as well. We'll mark them as neutral. We're going to click here, Control Shift, across, down, find the next two, these ones here, and these are all soft bounces are in a row. Highlight them. So and this is a real thing that happens when you do this type of marketing. You know, it's real data. Control Shift, find the next set of twos, which is along here, and go through. Go through and do that, and then answer. So I'm not going to do all of them because it's getting a bit boring. So far I've got this far. I've got 14, 21, 24, and 32. So the ones that are deleted are 14, 21. What was the other one? 24 and 32. 24, whoop, and 32. Now, I've just done the first four. I want you to go through and do the rest. Now, the other one is if there's no response for 2 months. Now, in the question, it says that they've been, sending 2 emails every week, and they've sent 16 emails, right? 16 emails here, and you can see over here the deliverability insights. We've got 16 rounds of emails. So if it's every 2 weeks, that means basically for the first month they're going to be sending 8 emails, and the second month, because it's roughly 4 weeks in a month, so 16 weeks is 2 months. So we're looking for here, so if we're going to do 2 months, no response for 2 months, it's basically out of all of the 16 emails there's no response. So let's have a look what a no response is. Where are we? No responses for 2 months. So delivered, unopened, hard bounce, soft bounce. So really it's going to be anything that's got a zeros all the way across. So this one here has got no, look at that. It's got a response there, all right? So one way that I can do that is I can add up. I can go equals sum all the way across here. And this one's got 10 because it's got numbers in. I can grab that little green box down there. Now, any of them that are 0, oops, shoes, I went too far. Any of them that are 0 are going to be so if it's zeros all the way across, they're going to add up to 0. So I can even filter that then. So I go Control Home, click on this column and go filter. So that's in data here. Filter. I'm going to go click here and go instead of selecting all, I want to select just the zeros. And look at this. I have a nice, neat section of people that have not had any responses, because remember, response code 0 is delivered unopened. So I want to remove all of these people from my email list as well. And I can go, I can copy them across. So what was it? 22, 33, 41. So 22, 33, 41, and so on and so forth. You can fill that out. All right, I'm going to delete that because it's probably better if you do it the way that I just did it here. Right, so that's question 1. So we've worked out, we're going to trim our list down a fair bit. And you think, oh, well, why would you want to lose that many people from your email list? But the point is, your email list is going to be better. So the next thing then is, what is the best time of day to send emails? Now to know that, we need to know what our open rate is at the different times of day and our click rate. So let's work out our open rate. So the open rate is going to be, it's going to equal, so on my keyboard I'm writing equals, it's going to be, I'm writing a formula here, the number that have been opened divided by the number that have been delivered. And that's 5.6%. And for our click rate, it's going to be the same. Equals the number that have been clicked, oops, which is column 10 here. This data is a little bit tricky because it's aggregating from obviously their email database. So it's going to be that many out of the people that have delivered. So 1 out of 89 is 1%. Now I can click on my formula box here, grab that little green dot and drag it all the way down. It's a little bit tricky to grab that, but it saves you having to do that formula the whole time. I'm going to do the same for the female rate equals 32 out of 148 equals 21, and that's going to be equal 5 out of the 148 here. I'm just arrowing across to get to that one, and we're going to do the same. Drag these down like this and like that. And what I might do, did that work? I missed it. I was going to do this as I went, but I forgot. I'm going to change these to blue so I can see. Now my computer's running slow because it's recording and working at the same time, and it's getting a little bit. I'm only marking this blue for visual effect. It doesn't have anything to do with working out the answers. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for people to follow me. Alright, now we want to work out our open rate for everybody. So that we've done male, we've done female, but we want to do total, right? So remember, the open rate is the number of emails that have been opened compared to the number of emails that have been sent without being bounced. Now we've got 250 recipients, but 13 of those bounced. So the open rate is going to be 37 out of the 250 take 13. So you can do that in two separate calculations, but we're using Excel, we don't need to do that. So I'm going to do equals, that's going to start a formula, equals 37, I'm going to divide it by, now I'm going to do brackets here because we need to make sure we use, the orders of operation here, BIMDAS or BODMAS or whatever you've been taught. So I'm going to do 250 subtract 13 here, that cell there, bang. So our open rate is 15.6. I wonder if I make it blue straight away, and then when I drag that down, will it all be blue? Beautiful. Alright, so that's that one. And for the click rate, it's going to be a very similar thing. So it equals the number that have been clicked, so 6, divide it by, then I'm going to open my brackets, 250, take 13, close my brackets, bang there, and I'm going to mark that blue, not that one, blue, and drag that all the way down there. Okay, so now we've worked out what our open rates are and our response rates. Now I've just noticed something, it's a little bit annoying me here, so I'm going to highlight that and mark them all centered because that way it's easier on my eyes. So early morning, let's work out which emails were sent early morning. So the code for early morning is number 1. Cool, so let's have a look at email 1. Was sent at 4, which is evening, not that one, so it's going to be this one. Oops, not that one, that one. So I'm just going to highlight that, or make it yellow. So number 1, this one, and this one. So what are we working out? So what is the best time of day to send emails? So at early morning, we had this is open, so we look at open rate. So we had 16.2. We had, so email 8 was sent early morning, which had 11.7, and email 16 was sent in early morning, that had 12.6. So the open rate is going to equal the average, because we're going to add them all up. We want basically we want the average, the open rate for all of them is going to be the average of them all, right? Average equals, and now I'm going to make sure I get the right one, so it's 16.2. I'm going to do a comma that just separates it, comma separated values, 11.7 and 12.6. Bang. Ooh, hang on. Now this is auto filter, but I don't want to do that because we're going to change that, right? Now the click rate is going to equal a similar thing, right? So what I might do actually is my eyes, I'm going to highlight all these ones here. So just instead of highlighting the emails, I'm going to go do that. I can undo that in a sec. So equals average, and that's going to be 3.8, comma, 2.6, comma, that one there. And I can hit enter and it's going to work it out. Delete the autofill because that's predicting what we're going to work out, but it's not quite accurate. So then late morning, what time was late morning sent? That was number 2. So I can highlight all this. The only reason why I'm doing this highlighting is for visual effect, to make it easier to follow me. So late morning is number 2. So email, it was, I can do, yeah, no, I'll keep it simple. I was just going to use bolding because that works as well. But so that one, I'm holding down control to select multiple ones there. So they're all number 2, right? Which was sent at the late morning. So if I highlight that row, highlight that row, highlight that row, highlight that row. And the only reason I'm doing this is so it's easier to find what's going on over there. So late morning equals the average of, we do an open rate, that one, comma, that one, comma, that one, comma, that one. Now, don't finish with a comma because that's going to add an extra, just making sure. Yeah, so that's 14.4. If I put a comma after the last one, it does change the, see how it changes it? Because it's basically saying, and plus a 0 one on the end of it. So we don't want that one. We make sure we end with no comma. Right now the click rate equals the average of the click one. So it's going to be that 3.4, that one, and that one. Now, so that was the time of day for code 2. We will, it's a bit laggy. Clear all those ones, no fill. And then the afternoon is code 3. So the time of day is going to be this one. This one here, email 7. Email 9 was sent. Email 11, 12, and 16. Now, if I've done that right, these should all be sent at the afternoon. So let's work out what the open rate is. It's going to equal the average of all the emails that were sent at that time. So that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. Click on that, comma, click, enter. So that's 17.5 equals the average of the click rate. That one, that one, that one, comma, comma, no comma. Right, now we'll do the same for the evening. Ooh, so much lag. No fill. And that's going to be 5, I'm guessing. Evening, 4. Can't count. Right, so it's going to be this one, this one. What? Just those 2? Are there no more 4s? Yeah, that one there. Alright, so let's highlight them so it's easier for us to see. So I'm going to check 4, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Don't want to miss any because it's going to make your answers wrong. Right, so the open rate is going to equal the average. And as you can see, when I click equals, it helps me work out what the formulas are going to be. So the open rate is 15.6. Click on that one, comma, click on that one, comma, click on that one, enter. It automatically adds that last bracket in there for you, which makes it easy. And then the equals average of click rate for email 1, click rate for email 2, and click rate for email 15. Right, now, so what's the best time of day to send emails? We've done some analysis here, and we can see that the open rate is highest in the afternoon, so that's good. And the click rate is also the highest in the afternoon. So the best way to send the emails is going to be the highest one of those. Now I want you, oops, oh shoot, I'm just going to undo that, Control Z. I want you to explain why you think that is. Right, so that's question 2. I've pretty much helped you with that. Question 3 is which offers generate the best response. So let's unhighlight all this stuff here. We'll set that back to no fill. So to answer that question, we need to know which emails included those offers. So email 1, offer was number 5, which is new. There's a new product there, right? Email 2 had the offer of 3, which is 30% off. So we're interested in buy one, get one free, BOGO. So we want only the offers which are got 1 in there. So we'll highlight that there. So we want to get that one. Are there any more emails that went out with a buy one get one free offer? No. Right, let's highlight those. Bang. So what was the open rate for those? That's going to equal the average. Oops, sugar. I can't type. Average of that one, comma, that one. Now, again, it's trying to automatically fill it out for that predictor, but it's wrong because we it's not as simple. It's not as simple as that. Equals the average of the click rate, which is going to be that one and that one. I just want to check to make sure I haven't missed any. So the offers, so that's a 5, 3, 2, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4, 2, 5, 5, 5, blah, blah, blah. Right, so this open rate is quite high. Now, I'm not going to do the whole lot because I want you guys to work that out. So the one for 20%, I'm going to highlight this and clear it. No fill. 20% is code 2. So let's look at the code. So that one, oh shivers. So that one is code 2. I don't want to use good because it changes the text format as well, so that's why I like this. So 2, that one, that one, that one, that one. So that's 2. This email had a 20% off, and that one. So there's 3 emails. Did I miss any? If I've missed any, you can fix them up. Oh, here's one. That's got 20% off too. So let's just double check. 5, 4, 2, 6, 1, 1, 5. Got them all? Right, cool. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 emails with that. So we want the equals the average of the open rate for these. Just got the email 3, email 10, email 14, and email 15. And now the click rate is going to equal the average of email 3, sorry, email average click rate for email 10, average click rate for email 14, and email 15. There you go. Now do all this and work out which one. So here we got buy one get one free had a higher click rate than 20% off. So you can work out from there which of those two are better, fill out the rest of them and work out which one was the best, and then you can write in here I think which one, whatever you want to type in there, write which one you think the best is. Now question 4 is a little bit more trickier. Snapos is looking to segment this email list. Should they put men in one segment and women in the other and only send emails featuring the proper gendered shoe to those lists? So I want to clear out my highlighting here. So we've said multiple times in marketing, it's a consistent theme in marketing about the importance of segmentation, right? So let's see how we're going to apply that. So we're going to first of all look at open rates. I shouldn't do that as that. I'm going to underline that. And then we're going to look at the click rates. Alright, so this is when the, this one is when the matching gender, I'm going to expand that out a little bit. Matching gender, and this one too. Matching gender. So if it's a female, what's going on there? So if it's a female with matching gender, so we're going to go, how do we know what that is? So we've got coded here, remember who the people are? on here, unfilter that. I've still got that filter from last time. Where is my filter? It's disappeared. Oh, it's all the way over here, that's why. Select all. Okay. So if we go here, remember we have gender 0, which is female, gender 1 is male. So we know what's male and female, and we've got the summary statistics here reported separately for males and for females as well. So the matching gender is going to be here. We can see all these ones are going to be, let's go with blue, men, and all these ones are, let's go with pink, women. All right. So we want females is going to be all the ones that are going to be higher. So all the products, so all the emails that can contain products in the section that are greater, that include women, which is going to be 1 all the way to 6, and all the ones that are greater than 6, like 7 to 10, are going to be men. So we'll focus on segment 1 because that's the biggest one. So number 3 is going to be, I wish it came up with the women. Number 8 is going to be men. So let's just, maybe I'll do men first. So basically 7 and above is men. So that one, that one, that one, that one, 7 and above, 7 and above. Right, so those ones are all got men's products in there. And these ones are all got women's products. So let's make that pink. I should have done that all the way across, shouldn't I? Oh, dearie me. The reason why I'm doing it across is because my eyes, hard to make sure that you're selecting the right ones. Right, so they're all women's products. These are all men's products in section 1 of the email, which is the the bulk of the email, the most prominent part of the email. So I've segmented my statistics now between men's products and women's products. Let's see if there's a difference in the response rate. So what's the opening rate for these ones for females? It's going to equal the average of, now we're doing females, so which is the females doing matching gender. So it's the females with the female products. It's going to be that one, because that's a female product in there. 3 is, so in S1 we had 3, which was women's high heels. I'm going to do comma, that one, which was, the S1 was 2, which is women's dress flats. So we're sending an email. So we're looking at the response rates. We're sending an email that had, women's dress flats, and the women that opened it, so 20.3% of women opened that. And we'll do this one, we'll do this one, this one, this one, this one. So we select, whoop, what happened there? I did 2 and 14s. That one. I'm just pressing, all right, close that off. So we get 20.4. So the average open rate for women, when it has a women's product in there, is 20.4. Now the opposite gender would be, for females, would be if we send a product, so email 2 in S1, we had, what's number 8? Men's sandals. An email number 3, this one here, the main product was 7, which is men's athletic shoes. So let's see how men responded. No, let's see how the females responded, average, to the emails with men's products in there. So for the open rate equals that one, comma, that one, comma, that one, comma, that one, comma, that one. Poof. Right. So we've got the 20.4. So the females, when the email products matched their gender, they had a 20% open rate. Yet when women received emails about men's products, only 10% of them opened. So that tells us something, right? So let's do the same with men's now. So we're going to look at what's the average opening rate for males. So this is the column here for males. When they received, the first one is matching gender. So equals average males. So we're looking at the open rate of males for male products equals that one, equals that one, equals that one, that one, and that one. So what's the average of those 5 open rates? 25%. That's higher than the women. Right, let's look at the average of the opposite gender for males. So we've got the open rate there of that one. So these are the males here with emails with women's products. That one, 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 that one. Now I've lost my colours. Let's see if, yeah, no, they come back good. Right, and 6.3, which is lower than the women. All right. So men open it more when it matches. When they, even though there's not that many men's products emails going out, but men are more likely to open it when it's than women when it's matches their gender than otherwise. Now I'm not going to do the last one for you. You can do the same. So that was for the open rate. You can do the same thing for the click rates for the men and the women. The hardest part is understanding, well, these ones, so which email include which product. So S1 tells us what the whether it's men's products or women's products, and then these columns summarize how the men responded and how the women responded. And using that data, we can compare them and come up with some analyses. Now the last question here, Snappers will be running a sale. We'll do that one in the workshop. That's more of a conceptual exercise at this stage. If you do get a chance to work that out and get a quantitative way of determining that, great. Otherwise, we'll just keep it as a conceptual exercise. Right, so that's it for these questions. So I've done question 1, question 2, question 3, and question 4 with you guys. And we'll stop the recording. I'll see you in the workshop.